Na-capture ko ito. Okay. Wait lang pala. Akin muna itong isesend ko muna to sa sa O2. Kasi yung annotations nito is yung discussion ko sa kanila. So, gawa tayo ng atin para yung mga annotations, familiar kayo at madaling tandaan. Okay. Bulahin ko muna annotations. Is my screen visible na po?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Okay. So, proceed tayo ng discussion. Continue natin ang passive circuit elements. So, review lang tayo. Quick review. Di ba meron lang tayo 2 kinds of circuit elements. Ano po yung isa? Circuit elements natin. Di ba meron tayong active at meron tayong passive. Pag sinabing active, ano po ulit yung active circuit elements? Engineer Fatima.
It is capable of generating energy po.
Okay. Pag sabing active circuit elements that are capable of generating energy. Nabaligtaran naman ang passive circuit elements. Wherein sila yung elements that are not capable of generating energy. So, naunan na natin yung example for passive circuit element ay resistor. Tama? Naalala pa? Ang kinds of resistor, meron tayong um, fixed value resistor and variable resistor. Okay. So, ngayon naman, pag-usapan natin is inductor. So, inductor is a passive element designed to store energy in its magnetic field. It consists of a coil of conducting wire It may be fixed or variable. Same lamang ng resistors. The core may be made of iron, steel, plastic, or air. So, saan ba ginagamit ng mga inductors? Sa electronics and power system, sa mga power supplies, transformers, radios, TVs, radars, and electric motors. So, kung kayo ay may TV dyan muna katabi, baklasin nyo nga, tingnan nyo nga kung meron yung inductor. Lagot kayo sa inyong ina. Ano? Sabi, Mami, sabi ng sir, sirain na ang radio at saka ang TV para makita ang itsura ng inductor. Lagot kayo ngayon. Kung nakita ng ganitong symbol, okay, itong symbol na ito, para siyang, ang symbol nga natin yan, para siyang spring. Tawag po dyan is air core inductor. Pagka nakakita ng spring, may katabing parallel lines, yun po ay iron core inductor. Kung naman nakakita ng spring na may parallel lines na meron pang arrow, that is variable iron core. Yun po. So, same lang din ng resistor. Ano nga pong tawag pag ganito ang itsura ng resistor? As simple as that. Ano pong tawag? Engineer Uriel.
Sir, fixed value resistor po.
Okay, pag nakakita ng ganito, tapos may arrow, ang tawag dito, other hands po. Engineer Uriel.
Variable resistors po.
Okay. So, same lang din pagka merong arrow, that is variable iron core. No. So, inductors can be in various configurations. So, let's say, for example, ito, figure A, that is a solenoid. Pagka naman ganito, in a circular manner, that is a toroid. So, inductors are of two types, fixed and variable. Same lang din. An inductor may have different configurations such as solenoidal and toroidal. Ano po? Inductance is the property whereby an inductor exhibits opposition to the change of current flowing through it, measured in henries. Ano po again ang unit ng inductance? Measured in henries. The inductance of a coil varies directly with the magnetic properties of the coil. Ferromagnetic materials, therefore, are frequently employed to increase the inductance by increasing the flux linking the coil. So, pagka po pinag-uusapan natin is inductor inductance, we are dealing with fluxes. Ano po? Ano pa yung isang example ng passive circuit element? That is capacitor. So, capacitor is a passive element designed to store energy in its electric field. So, ano nga po ulit ang inductor? Passive element designed to store energy din siya. Tama po. In its what? Pag inductor, designed to store energy in its engineer just real.
Magnetic field po.
Okay, so tatandaan, pag inductance, we are dealing with the magnetic field. Pagka po capacitance, capacitor, we are talking about electric field. No? So it consists of two conducting plates separated by an insulator or dielectric. The plate may be aluminum foil while the dielectric may be air, ceramic paper, or metal. So, saan naman sir yung ginagamit? Sa mga tuning circuits of radio receivers, dynamic memory elements in computer system, It is also used to block DC, to pass AC, to shift phase, store energy, start motors, and suppress noise. Yan. So, same lang din ng dalawa. Meron tayong fixed capacitor and variable capacitor. Nag-introduce lang tayo ng two other terms. Pag sinabing variable capacitor, it can be also called as trimmer or adder. Ano po? So, ano ba itsura ng capacitor? So, ganyan po ang itsura ng isang capacitor. So, when a voltage source is connected to the capacitor, the source deposits a positive charge. So, makikita niyo itong isang plate na ito that is positively charged, while yung another is, ngayon sa likod is negatively charged. The amount of charge stored, represented by Q, is directly proportional to applied voltage. So that pwede din pala natin sabihin that charge is equal to CV. Bakit? Yung ating capacitance. Maybe what's the unit of capacitance? Ano po ang unit of capacitance? As discussed sa module 1.1. Di ba, nare-recall nyo? Capacitance, the unit of capacitance is named after sino ito? Engineer Carmela?
Farad po, named after Michael Faraday.
Okay, so ang capacitance natin is measured in farads. Di ba alam natin that farad is actually equal to coulomb per volt. Tama? So yung coulomb per volt, kung siya equal to farad, ano ba yung coulomb? Unit of what? This is capacitance. Coulomb is unit of what? Unit of sa ating circuit variables. Di ba yun? Una nating circuit variable. Measured in coulombs.
Charge po.
Charge po.
Okay, this is charge Q. Well, itong voltage or volts is the measure of voltage. So, kung natin ang relationship niyan, di ba yung mag-a-arrive din tayo dito? Tama? The charge Q or charge Q is actually also equal to capacitance times voltage. Nakuha ko, sabi ito ng Merlin. Okay. So, di ba yan yung ating relationship? 1 farad is 1 coulomb per volt. Tama? So, capacitance is the ratio of the charge on one plate of a capacitor to the voltage difference between the two plates measured in farads, named after Michael Faraday. So, alin dito? Di sa capacitor. Yung sinasabi dito na distance, we are talking about the distance here. Ano daw tawag sa distance na ito? Dun sa gap between the two plates. This is positive Q. This is negative Q. Ano nga pong tawag dito sa pagitan ng dalawa? So the two plates are separated by what? They are separated by dielectric material. No, so ano nga daw yung mga possible na dielectric? Sabi sa atin kanina, dielectrics can be in the form of air, ceramic, paper, or nickel. Okay po? Yan. Question, sa passive circuit elements. So ano naman po ang symbol na gamit natin for capacitor? Symbol natin for capacitor is tama, ganyan ba itsura ng capacitor? Okay. Palatandaan natin doon sa module 1.1. Mayroon pa letter C. Ano stands for capacitor. Huwag malimutan. Okay. Walang questions, proceed tayo sa inyong favorite, Ohm's Law. Familiar sa Ohm's Law? Okay. Na-discuss na ito before sa inyong previous subjects. Tama? Naaalala ang Ohm's Law triangle? Okay. So, sa VIR, wag itong kakalimutan. Ano? Again, pag nakita ang horizontal line, this represents what operation? This represents
Division.
division. Okay, very good. And the vertical line represents what operation?
Multiplication po.
Multiplication po.
Multiplication. Okay. Kaya nga, kung kukuha natin ang value ng voltage, it's only I times R. If you are going to solve for I, that's only V over R. If you are going to solve for R, it's just V over I. Ano po? So, wag kakalimutan ang Ohm's Law triangle. Saan ulit galing ang principle ng Ohm's Law? Kay George Simon Moore. Ano po? So, tatandaan natin when we are solving or we are applying Ohm's Law, always make sure ang ating first requirement, dapat ang current mo is in amperes, your resistance is in ohms, or your voltage is in volts. Ano po? Questions? Walang questions? Proceed tayo sa application. So let's say for example, the current flowing through a resistor is 0.8 amperes, while a potential difference of 20 volts is applied. Again, pag sinabing potential difference, ano nga po ibig sabihin pag sinabing potential difference?
Voltage po.
Okay, so this is voltage. Determine the value of the resistance. So, ano unang gagawin? Listahin ang givens. Sabi, meron ka daw current flowing through a resistor na 0.8 amperes. And then, meron ka daw voltage supply na 20 volts. Ang hinahanap is the value of the resistance. Alam mo by Ohm's law, R is equal to V over I. Yung first requirement natin, ang current dapat is naka amperes. And your voltage is in volts. Naka-volts naman, naka-amperes naman, pwede i-direct substitution sa formula. V over I is equal to 20 volts over 0.8 amperes. Your final answer is 25 ohms. Nakuha? Questions? Okay. So, direct substitution naman siya. Proceed tayo sa next example. What is the current produced by a voltage of 240 volts through a resistance of 0.2 ohms? Again, listahin ang given. V is equal to 240 volts and R is equal to 0.2 ohms. We are looking for the current. By Ohm's law, alam mo I is equal to VR. Substitute the given values. 240 volts over 0.2 ohms is 1,200 amperes. Nakuha po? Okay. So, ang basic naman ng solution. Basic naman ang problem solving sa basic EE. Tama? Basic one? Bakit masad? Basic lang. Okay. So, proceed tayo sa next example. Determine the voltage which must be applied to a 2 kilo ohm resistor in order that a current of 10 milliamps may flow. Same process pa din, listahin ang given, 2 kilo ohms, 10 milliamperes ang current, hinahanap ay voltage. Nakita mo, naka-kilo ohm, nakita mo naka-milliamps. Ang first requirement, dapat naka-ohms and naka-amperes. So, anong gagawin? Kilo is actually what? 10 raised to
3 po.
3 po.
10 raised to 3. Here you have the conversion. 2 kilo ohms is 2,000 ohms. Milli, ano po ang milli? 10 raised to
10 raised to negative 3 po.
negative 3. Okay. So, kaya yan, din nangyayari 10 times 10 raised to negative 3 ampere. Kaya ka merong 0.01. So, this is in amperes na lang. Wala nang milli. Tama po? Kasi na-convert mo na into amperes. Okay, sir, naka-ohms na, naka-amperes na. Pwede ka naman i-substitute sa formula. Pwede. So, IR 0.01. Again, this is in amperes na. Times 2,000 ohms. That is 20 volts. Sundan? Okay. Questions? Walang questions? Okay. Kung walang questions, proceed tayo sa next example. And the question is, a 100 battery is connected across a resistor and causes a current of 5 milliamperes to flow. Determine the resistance of the resistor. So hanggang dito, isang question na, tama? So unahin muna natin yung listahin ulit ang given. Sabi sa iyo, meron ka 100 volts supply. And then, may current ka daw na 5 milliamperes. Si 5 milliamperes, alam mo ng milli is times 10 raised to negative 3, you convert it, naging 0.005 amperes. Ang kinuha is value of the resistance. Alam mo that R is equal to V over I. Substitute. 100 over 0.005, that is 20,000 ohms. And 20,000 can also be written as 20 times 10 raised to 3 ohms. And 10 raised to 3 is what? Kilo ohms. Nasundan? So your R is 20 kilo ohms. Okay, isundo natin ang problem. Sabi, if the voltage is now reduced to 25 volts, niliitan mo daw ang voltage mo. Ginawa mong 25. Ang tanong, what will be the new value of the current flowing? Tinatanong ay anong magiging value ng current pag hininaan mo ang voltahe. Okay. So by Ohm's law, alam mo that I is equal to V over R. Yeah, so pininaan mo, ginawa mong 25. And then R nakuha mo is 20 kilo ohms. 25 over 20 kilo ohms, that is 0.00125 amperes. Ano ba to? Pwede itong isulat as 1, 2, 3. This can be written as 1.25 times 10 raised to negative 3 amperes. And 10 raised to negative 3 is milliamperes. Nasundan? Okay, what can you observe? Nung binabahan ko ang voltahe from 100 volts, ginawa ko 25 volts naman. Ano nangyari sa value ng current? Nung 100 volts ang supply ko, siya ay 5 milliamperes ang reading. Nung binaba ako ang voltahe, ano naging reading? Naging 1.25 milliamps na lang. So what can you observe to the value?
Nababa po.
Okay. Because the relationship between the two is, they are,
Proportional.
they are
Proportion.
directly proportional. Questions? Ano pong questions regarding this slide? How about the others? Okay. So kung walang questions, proceed na tayo sa last topic for Module 1, which is conductivity. Kung alam natin ang definition ng resistance, tama? Ano pag sinabing resistance? From the word itself, it resists the flow of electricity, tama? Now, pag sinabi natin conductance, ano naman pag sinabi natin conductance? Ano po? Pag conductance, it permits the flow of electricity, tama po? Yung ating mga conductors, it permits the flow of electricity because of high conductance. Therefore, pwede natin sabihin what is the relationship between the two. That conductance represented by big letter G is what? Ano po masasabi niyo sa conductance? Relating the two, conductance and the resistance. So resistance is represented by big letter R, while say conductance is represented by big letter G. So what can you say about the relationship of the two?
Inversely proportional po.
Okay. So kabaligtaran ng resistance ang conductance. So we can say that conductance is equal to the reciprocal of resistance. Do you agree?
Yes po.
Okay. So by law of resistance, nare-recall ang law of resistance? Ano po ang value ng R based on law of resistance? Law of resistance is yan, R flat. Di ba? Nare-recall? Rho L over A. Now, kung sinabi natin that conductance is the reciprocal of resistance, can we say that the conductance is equal to area over rho L? Do you agree? Okay. So, kaya ka may formula na ganito. G is equal to 1 over R. It is also equal to area over rho L. Sir, ano pa itong isang ito? Saan naman yan ang galing? Now, kung sa resistance, we have resistivity. Tama po. Itong rho is called resistivity.
Yes po.
Okay. Pagdating sa conductance, we have the symbol which is called conductivity. So, kung ang conductance is the reciprocal of resistance, we can say that conductivity is the reciprocal of what? Reciprocal of?
Resistivity.
Okay, so we can say that conductivity is 1 over resistivity. Now, kung ganito pala, pwede ko ba itong palitan ng rho is equal to 1 over conductivity? Pwede ba yun? Okay, the equals to area over paldo natin, gawin natin 1 over conductivity times N. No, pwede ko ba ito i-transpose doon sa taas?
Yes po.
Okay. Therefore, pwede natin sabihin that conductance is also equal to the area times conductivity all over the length of the material. Nakuha ko saan ang galing ang mga formula. So, relationship lamang yan ang mga una nating na-discuss. Okay. When it comes to unit, sa resistance, anong unit ng resistance?
Ohms po.
Ohms. So, this is ohm. Pagdating sa conductance, ano kayang unit? Sabi ikabaligtara ng resistance, ang conductance. Hindi baligtarin mo din daw ito. Ano? So, ibig sabihin, ganyan pala ang unit ng conductance. Kabaligtaran daw ng resistance eh. And then, baligtarin mo din ang spelling. Oh. Do you agree? Pwede ba yan mangyari? Kabaligtaran daw eh. No, actually, that is the unit of conductance mo. Ano kabaligtaran ng ohm? Sir, nagjojoke pa atai. So, yan po ay tinamad na siguro mag-isip ng unit ang mga scientist natin. Ano? Yan sabi, kabaligtaran daw ng resistance of conductance. E di baligtarin natin ang unit. Pati spelling. Ano? Okay. So, ano pa ba ang ibang unit ng conductance? So, ngayon kasi ang ginagamit ng unit of conductance is in Siemens. So, bakit ko lang sinabi ito? Because on old books and old references, ang units po ng conductance ay nakamo. Okay po? Kaya pag nakita na mo ng baligtad na omega, eh huwag natatakot. Ano? Yan po ay conductivity lamang. So, ang unit of conductivity natin is Siemens per meter. The length natin again is in meter. Cross-sectional area is in square meter. Conductance in Siemens. Resistance in ohms. Resistivity in ohm meter. Okay po? Questions? May questions po? Okay. Kung wala questions, ako ang may question. Pakisagutan po itong chapter test para makita natin kung talagang mayroong understanding of the discussion. So, this is 10 items. So, pa-screenshot ako nitong 1 to 6. And then, screenshot ko 1 to 6. And then, itong 7 to 10. Okay, nakapture ko ito. Okay. So, pakisagutan po iyan on a piece of paper. Kasi pagdating natin, next meeting natin is Monday na, tama?
Yes po.
Monday, face-to-face. Ano? So, during our face-to-face class, ay kung may matira tayong oras, matapos natin ang discussion module 2, pwede akong mag-call ng random names at i-present ang inyong solution sa board. Ano? And that will be counted as your recitation. Ano, pati yung isa, yung resistors, color coding. Ano, tas yung inyo naman, supplementary problems, yung 9, ay i-check ko naman sa GC. Ano? So, nakikita ko doon kung ano yung pinagagawa nyo. Nag-solve ba kayo doon? O nagsulat lang kayo ng lyrics ng kanta? Ano? So, nababasa ko po yung lahat. Okay, questions sa Module 1. So, this is the end of Module 1. Do you have any questions? Okay, wala lang questions. Proceed na tayo sa Module 2. So, duplicate ko lang din ito. Ayaw yung ma-duplicate. And then, lagay ko ay O1. Okay. Okay, paalala sa akin, classrep, na papalitan ko yung Module 1.2 na na-upload ko, ha? Kahit anyone from the class pala. Kahit dito na lang sa chat box bago mag-end yung ating meet. Okay? So, proceed na tayo sa Module 2. Ngayon naman, let's talk about series, parallel, and series parallel circuits. Different network transformations and maximum power transfer. Ano? So by the end of this lecture, ano ba yung mga kailangan nyo malaman? Number 1 is to understand electrical circuits and symbols, resistance, and resistivity. Define Ohm's law, series and parallel circuit, wide delta transformation. And lastly, to apply the knowledge of Ohm's law, series parallel, and wide delta transformation in problem solving. Okay? So, bakit ba mahalaga na maunawaan nyo itong series parallel networks na ito? Yeah. So, there are two ways now in which components may be connected in an electric circuit. Yeah. Pag nakakita ng in series, connected in series, palatandaan nyo is they are connected end-to-end. So, paano ba yung end-to-end? Pag nakakita ng series connection, say, for example, this is a voltage source. And then, you have here resistor 1, you have here resistor 2. So that is connected in series. This is R1, this is R2. Let's say this is positive, negative. This is your voltage source. So from line 1, line 2, what can you observe? Yung resistor 1 is connected end-to-end on a single line. Nakita? End-to-end, nakakonect siya sa line 1 as well as resistor 2. End-to-end ang connection sa single line. So that is a series connection. While, pag sinabi namang connected across each other, pag sinabing across each other, that is parallel connection. So for example, this is your voltage source. This is your resistor 1. This is your resistor 2. Okay. So this is your voltage source, positive, negative. This is your line 1. This is your line 2. This is R1. This is R2. So ano makikita niyo? Sabi, connected across each other. As you can see, CR1. CR1 is connected across the voltage source. Mayroon siyang connection from line 1. Meron din siyang connection from line 2. Nakita? Okay. And then CR2 is connected across R1 naman. Yung connection niya doon, going there. Yung connection niya dito, going There. So, napapansin nyo, parehas silang may access directly to line 1 and line 2. Nakita? Okay, so that is parallel connection. No, kung nakita ang pinagkaiba ng dalawa, connected end to end, connected across each other. Nakuha? Okay. So, mas palalimin natin ang ating knowledge about dyan. Okay. Ayan. So, let's take a look at this figure. Let's say, for example, we are given here 3 resistors connected in series. Sir, paano mo nasabi that they are resistors connected in series? So, for example, this is your voltage source. This is your positive terminal and this is your negative terminal. What can you observe in the flow of the current? Nasaan ba ang current? Di ba ito? So what can you observe sa flow of current? From the positive terminal of the source, your current will flow through each resistor. Tama? Dadaan siya ng R1, dadaan ng R2, dadaan ng R3, and then going back to the source through the negative terminal. So ilang loop po ang nabuo natin? Ilang loop po ang nabuo natin?
Isa po.
Okay, you only form a single loop. Therefore, kung sabihin kong may current na nag-flow dito, let's say, this is I total. Kung ano ang dumaan dito, isa lang naman ang dinaanan. Yung same current din ba ang nag-flow sa R1? Same current po ba ang nag-flow sa R1? From this, di ba? Isa lang dinaanan. So, same lang ang mag-flow na current dyan. Natatawagin mo I1. And then that current that will flow through R2, the same lang din. That will be called I2. And then itong dadaan sa R3, that will be called I3. And then going back to the source. So what can you say about the values of current all throughout the circuit? May iba bang dinaanan? May iba bang nilikuan? Wala po. So what can you say? We can actually say that I total pala is equal to what? Kung isa lang ang current na dumaan all throughout the circuit from here to there. Walang ibang dinaanan. What can you say about the relationship of the current? Your I total is equal to what? Di ba same lang ang dadaan ng current all throughout? So we can say that I
Yes
total
po.
is equal to I1, that is also equal to I2, also equal to I3, and so on and so forth. Ano po? Kung ilan bang resistor yan na connected in series, lahat ng current na dadaan dyan ay isa lamang. Naintindihan? Nakuha po yung concept? No, kasi wala naman siyang ibang dinaanan. Doon at doon din lamang. Now, when we talk about the voltage, let's say magsukat ako, maglagay ako ng voltmeter across the voltage source. Anong connection ito? Nakakonect siya across the voltage source. From here to there. Ano pong connection ng aking voltmeter?
Parallel po.
Okay, so your voltmeter is connected in parallel sa voltage source. Let's say you have a voltage source of 9 volts. Then ang reading mo ng V total is 9 volts also. Tama po? Now, doon sa buong circuit, meron kang 3 loads, R1, R2, and R3. Kung magsukat ako dito, maglagay ako dito ng voltmeter. May masusukat akong value which is called V1. So, hindi pa pwedeng sabihin that is also VT. Kasi nagsukat lang ako across R1. And by Ohm's law, ang inyong voltage is equal to IR. Tama? So yung V1 ko will depend its value on R1. So since si I naman is equal all throughout. So the value of V1 will depend on the value of R1. Tama po? Okay. So kung sukatin ko naman dito, sukat ako lagay ako ng voltmeter across R2. Ano naman ang masusukat ko? That is V2. And the value of this will depend on the value of R2. Tama? Okay. And then magsukat din ako dito. May masusukat ako V3. Which depends on the value of R3. Now, anong pwede natin i-conclude when it comes to the voltage across a series circuit? That VT is equal to what? Kung ang voltage mo is 9 volts, yan lamang po ang voltahe na paghahati-hatian ng lahat ng loads sa buong circuit. Kung siya lamang po ang paghahati-hatian, pwede kong sabihin that V1 plus V2 plus V3 dapat siya mag-equal lang saan?
Sa 9 po.
Equal sa 9 volts. Therefore, ano pwede kong sabihin? That VT is equal to what? Kung ganun pala, ang principle, yung 9 at 9 volts lang din ang pwedeng paghati-hatian. Yes, engineer sign yun.
VP is equal to the summation po of V1, V2, V3, and so on po.
Okay. So your VT, when we are talking about series connection, is just the summation of all the individual voltages across each resistor present in the circuit. Tama po? Or simply, that is V1 plus V2 plus V3 and so on and so forth. Tama? Nakuha po? Okay. So, dalawa na yan. Pag-current equal and voltage sum. Okay. Relating it sa ating R total. Kung ganun ang principle ng VP nyo, sabi nyo kanina, nagbabago lang ang value ni V1, V2, and V3 depending on the value of resistances. Therefore, pwede kong sabihin that RT is equal to what? RT is what? Engineer Karil.
Almost the same concept lang po sa voltage, which
Okay.
is yung ating pong RT is equal sa summation po ng resistances po.
Okay, very good. So our RT is just the summation of the individual resistances present in the circuit. Or simply R1 plus R2 plus R3 and so on and so forth. Maintindihan? Okay, tatlong concept na agad yan. Tatlong idea when it comes to series circuit. Pag current, it is equal all throughout the circuit. Pag voltage, it is only the sum of individual voltage drops. And R total is the summation of all the individual resistances. Naintindihan po? So, yun lamang ang dapat tandaan when it comes to series. Yan. The current I is the same in all parts of the circuit. Okay? And then the sum of the voltages is equal to the total voltage applied. Okay. Now, kung ganun pala, if we are using Ohm's law, if you're going to use Ohm's law, solving for the individual voltage drops across each circuit, so kung kukunin ko si V1, pwede ko siya kuhanin through I total times I1. Tama? This is only I total lang. Kasi I1, I2, I3, and I total are all equal. Tama? Okay. Kukunin ko si V3, that is ITR3. Kukunin ko si V2, I3R2. So, ganun lamang. Kukunin ko ang total voltage, the total current times total resistance. Now, applying that. Sabi natin ganyan. That V is equal to the sum of all the voltages. Now, from here, the VT can also be expressed in IRT. V1 can be expressed in IR1. V2 can be expressed in IR2. And V3 in IR3. Do you agree? Okay. If that's the case, pwede ko bang sabihin and knowing na bawat current all throughout ay equal. So, pwede ko bang sabihin that I can cancel all the current in the equation? Kasi all throughout equal lang naman. So, that cannot affect the entirety of the um, equation. Tama? Do you agree? Na pwede kong i-cancel ang bawat current? Hindi ka nag-agree? Hindi? Bakit? Ba't hindi nag-agree? Kasi sabi mo, equal lang ang I mo all throughout. Kung equal lang yun, pwede ko na siyang alisin. Kasi hindi naman siya makaka-affect sa aking equation. Tama po? How about the others? Do you agree? Okay. So kung ganun pala, pwede kong sabihin that RT is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Therefore, meron tayong ganitong equation. Talking about resistances connected in series. Nakuha po? Nakuha po ito? Okay. So, yan ang dapat tandaan when it comes to series circuit. Questions? Kung walang questions, proceed tayo sa application. Okay, say for example, we are given here 3 resistors connected in series. Do you agree that these resistors are connected in series? End to end, end to end, end to end. So this is connected in series. Okay, anong sabi sa atin? Given that the potential differences across R1, R2, and R3 are 5 volts, 2 volts, and 6 volts. Again, pag sinabing potential differences, we are referring to what? Voltage. So therefore, pwede natin sabihin that V1 is equal to 5 volts, V2 is equal to 2 volts, and V3 is equal to, ang sabi? 6 volts. Yan, ang tanong sa atin, determine the battery voltage V. Pinapakuha sa atin ang voltage source. So, paano may makukuha? Magkabit ka dito ng voltmeter. Connected in parallel. Yan. Kung magkuha ko dyan ng voltmeter, ng voltage, ano po ang value ng aking battery voltage? Kung magsukat ako dito, hindi ako ng voltmeter, ano kaya marireading ko? Very good, 13 volts. Bakit po 13 volts? Bakit po 13 volts?
Pinag-add-add lang po.
Okay, using the principle, pag series daw, sabi natin kanina, total voltage is just the sum of individual voltages across the circuit. Tama po? So we can say that this is 5 plus 2 plus 6. And VT is equal to 13 volts. Nakuha? Okay. Ang sunod na tanong, the total resistance of the circuit or RT. Solving for RT. Para makuha ang RT, ang solution natin? Just the summation of individual resistances. Tama po? This is R1 plus R2 plus R3. Now, meron ba tayong values ng R1, R2, and R3? Meron ba? Wala. Ay, paano pa ating gagawin? Paano pa ating gagawin? Ano muna ating gagawin? Engineer Uriel.
Sir, i-apply po yung Ohm's law na formula na VIR po. Since may nakalagay po na current na 4 amperes po.
Okay. So, this 4 amperes is actually what? Ano po itong 4 amperes?
Current po.
This is your total current. So, by principle ng series, kung ang total current flowing is 4 amperes, ano pa ang flow sa R1? R1 is equal to what?
4 po.
4 po.
Okay, 4 amperes also, as well as I2, as well as 2, I3. Tama? Now, kung ganyan pala, alam mong ganyan, ano na masasolve yung values? Masasolve ko ang R1, R2, and R3. Tama? Okay, so solving for R's. No? Let's say, for example, R1. To solve for R1, anong kailangan kong values? Ano po ang kailangan kong values to solve for R1?
V1 and I1.
V1 over I1. So, ano nga po ulit ang aking V1? That is 5 volts over 4 amperes. Therefore, R1 is equal to what?
1.25 po.
1.25 ohms. Now, we're solving for R2. This is V2 over I2. V2 is what? V2 is 2 volts over 4 amperes. This is equal to
0.5.
0.5 ohms. And lastly, R3, that is only V3 over I3 for 6 volts over 4 amperes. So this is equal to what?
1.5.
1.5 ohms. Okay, nakuha na natin ang individual resistances. Makukuha na ba natin ang total resistance?
Yes po.
Okay, substituting it, we have 1.25 plus 0.5 plus 1.5. So our total is what?
3.25.
3.25 ohms. Actually, we can get RT naman without solving first the individual resistances. Tama? Kasi kanina, by using Ohm's law again, so RT is equal to what? This must be VT over IT. Earlier, na-solve na natin ang VT, which is 13 volts. Over IT, sabi natin ay 4 amperes. So 13 over 4 is actually equal to
Same po.
3.25 ohms. So nakikita, kahit saan ka dumaan, mag-aarig ka sa same answer. Ano po? So, pinakita ko na lang din ito kasi ang tanong sa sunod ay determine the values of each resistances. So, di meron na tayo sagot. Nasundan? Okay. Basic naman, sir, ng solving sa BEE. Tama, basic ba? Basic. Ano? Mga pang tinatanong, so yun lamang naman ang itinatanong sa atin. Questions? How about the others? Nasundan po ito? Okay. If walang questions, proceed tayo sa example number 2. Pabasa po ako ng example 2. Engineer Vince.
Example 2. Determine the potential difference across resistor R3 if the total resistance of the circuit is 100 ohms. Determine the current flowing through resistor R1. Find also the value of resistor R2.
Okay, thank you. Again, PD, we are referring to voltage. Ibig sabihin, anong pinapadetermine sa atin na una? Ano daw yung una natin isusolve?
Voltage.
Voltage across resistor 3. So we can say that it is V3. If the total resistance of the circuit daw is, yan, binigyan ka ng total resistance. This is your RT. And then ano pa? Yung tinatanong is, the current flowing through resistor 1. Therefore, ang kinukuha natin doon ay ano? Current through R1. We are after what? We are solving for I1. Tama?
I1 po.
Okay. I1 ko, sir. Malay ko. Bahala ka dyan. Okay. Find also the value of resistor 2. So, ang hinahanap mo ay value of R2. Okay. By merely observing the given values and the diagram itself, alin ang una nating makukuha na value? Alin po ang pwede natin kuhanin na value? Engineer Kenneth?
Yung value po ng V3 po.
Okay. So, let's solve first for the value of V3. So, paano natin kukuhanin ang value ng V3? Solving for V3. Paano po natin kukuhanin ang value ng V3? Ano po? Engineer Karil.
VT po minus V1 minus V2.
Okay. So, saan po yun ang galing? So, we can say actually that it is VT minus the sum of V1 plus V2. Tama? So, saan po ito nang galing? Baka yung iba ay nagmamagic na. VT is equal to the summation of individual voltage drops. Tama? Tama po, dito nang galing? Okay. So, ano yung ating VT? That is 25 volts. Minus, ang V1 natin is 10 and 4. Okay. So, what is our V3? That is 11 volts. Nakuha ba? Okay. So, 11 volts daw ito. So, ilagay na natin. This is 11 volts. 11 plus 4 plus 10 is 25. So, tama ang ating sagot. So, ano po ang sunod nating isa-solve? Ano po ang sunod nating pwedeng isolve? Ano po? Ano ba yung sunod na pinapahanap? The current through R1. So, pwede natin isolve ang I1. Solving for I1. To solve for I1, anong mga variables ang kailangan natin? I1 is equal to? I1 is equal to what po?
I2 po. I3.
Okay, pwede. Equal to I2, equal to I3, equal to I total. But by Ohm's law, paano natin kukuhain si I1?
V1 over
V1
R1.
over R1. So by inspection, meron ba tayong V1? Okay po, meron tayong V1. Ang problema, meron ba tayong R1? Meron na tayo R1. So ano po ating gagawin? Ano po ating gagawin? Wala sir, mag-cry-cry na lang tayo kasi walang R1. Okay, anong gagawin? Uli-uli ang mata, be observant. Meron tayo RT. So kung meron tayong RT, we can actually solve for IT. Do you agree?
Yes po.
Okay. So let's solve first for IT. So IT is equal to, ano po, equal to anong IT?
VT over RT.
VT over R2.
VT over RT. Nasaan ang VT natin? We have 25 volts over RT natin is 100 ohms. So what is our total current?
0.025 po.
0.025
025 amperes po.
po ba? Dalawa lamang ito. Dalawang zero lang.
Ay,
100
dalawa lang po
ohms
pala.
lang. So ilan po ang sagot?
0.25 po.
25 amperes. So that is our total current. Therefore, sabi nyo kanina, I total is equal to I1. So pwede ko na palang sabihin that I1 is equal to I total is equal to 0.25 amperes. Tama po?
Yes po.
Okay. Ano pa daw ang pinapakuha? May I1 na tayo. Pinapakuha is the value of R2. So how do we solve for the value of R2? To solve for R2, we need the values of
I2,
the values of
V2.
what?
V2 and I2 po.
V2 over I2. So what is our V2? That is 4 volts. I2 natin is also equal to IT. Tama? So I2 is equal to IT. That is 0.25 ampere. 0.25. That is our R2.
16 po.
Ano po?
16 ohms po.
16 ohms. Okay. So this is 16 ohms pala. Oh, na-curious ako. Ano kaya ang value ng R1? Makukuha ko ba ang value ng R1? Ano po ang value ng R1?
40 po.
40 ohms. Saan yun nanggaling? Diba R1 is equal to V1 over I1. V1 mo is 10. I1 mo is 0.25. So that is 40 ohms. Okay, na-curious ka din, ano kaya si R3? Baka magselo si R3, di mo kinuha. Kuhain na din natin. Ano pang value ng R3?
44 ohms.
44 ohms. Saan po ito nanggaling? R3 is equal to 11 over 0.25. 44 po ba ito?
Yes po.
Okay. Okay, 44 plus 16 plus 40. Ilan po yun?
110.
Okay. Labis. 100 lamang. Ano? Kasi hindi natin 100. Ang galing naman, sir. Walang magic. Lahat ay equal. Kahit saan ka magdaan, magpalibalintungin mo naman ang everything. Basta alam mo ang principles ng series circuit, you will arrive at the same answer. Tama po? Okay. Questions? Walang questions? Walang questions? Proceed tayo sa next slide. Yan. Series circuit potential divider. If we are dealing with series circuit, we can apply another potential divider. Again, pag potential, we are referring to what? Potential is actually
B.
okay, this is actually voltage. So pagka pinag-uusapan natin ay series circuit, pwede natin gamitan ng voltage divider. Sir, paano ba yung voltage divider theorem na iyan? Say for example, itong figure A. Diba yung iyong voltage source that is actually equal to the sum of these two, V1 and V2? Do you agree? So kung hatiin ko nga itong si VS, equal lamang siya sa value ni V1, ang isa ay value ni V2. Tama? Okay, so that's actually the principle of voltage divider theorem. You divide the voltage source kung ilang load ang in-applyan niya. Okay, nakuha? Okay, so dito naman sa isang figure. So this is also connected in series. So voltage VE natin ay what? This is your voltage source. And then kung kukunin ko daw yung voltage across R2, that is V2. Do you agree? And meron din ako dito V1. So kung hatiin ko yan, meron nga talaga akong V1 and V2. Tama? Okay, so that's the principle of voltage divider theorem. If we're going to apply it into a formula, ganito po ang kalalabasan. Ayan. Okay. Madaling tandaan. Para madaling tandaan, kinukuha ang V1, tatandaan ko nasa taas ang R1. Nasa baba naman, denominator is always R1 plus R2 multiplied by the total voltage. Now, kinukuha naman si V2. Tatandaan ko, nasa taas lagi is R2. Nasa baba lagi is R1 plus R2 multiplied by the total voltage. Nakuha? Okay, so tatandaan na lamang yan mga formula na iyan. Ano, so para saan ba ginagamit yung voltage divider? It is the simplest way of producing a source of lower EMF from a source of higher EMF. It is the basic mechanism of the potentiometer, a measuring device for accurately measuring potential differences. Nakuha po ang potential, ang voltage divider? Okay. Kung nakuha yan, apply natin sa example. So for example number 1. So we are given here two resistors. Are they connected in series? Connected in series ba sila? Okay. Ano, we are referring here, ha? The two resistors. Sabihin mo, sir, bakit yan ay meron point to point from line 1 to line 2? We are referring to the two resistors naman, not the voltage source. Tama? Okay. Yan. So, if we are going to solve for V, sabi, determine the value of V. So, alin ba yun? Ito. So, this is actually what? Itong 50 volts, ano bang tawag natin dito? This is your
VT.
VT or VS. So, voltage source. Naotal na si sir ano. Itong isa, ano ito? This is your R1 and this is your R2. Therefore, ano itong kinukuha sa atin? Voltage across 6 ohms. We are solving for what? Kasi sabi, determine the value of voltage V na nadoon daw sa figure. We are looking for what? V1 or V2? We are looking for
V1.
V1 ba? R1, diga? Kukunin ko ang V1, dito ko nilalagay ng voltmeter. Nandito nakalagay ang voltmeter. Ibig sabihin, we are looking for what?
V2 po.
Okay, this is V2. Applying our voltage divider theorem to solve for V2, anong formula natin? Ano nga sa taas? Ano po nasa taas? Pagka V2
R1 po.
R2 po.
R2 po. R2 po, sir po.
Tiga. Yan, R2. Kasi di ba? Kung ano nandito, yun ang nasa taas. Okay? Nasa baba natin is the sum of the two, tama? Yan.
Yes, po.
Multiplied by what?
V total po.
Okay, the total voltage across the circuit. Yan. Substitute na tayo. Ano daw ang ating R2?
6 ohms po.
6 ohms over, ang R1 is 4 plus 6. Multiplied by what? Multiplied by
50 po.
50 volts. Therefore, ano ang ating V2?
30 volts po.
30 volts. Nasundan? So, kung 30 volts ang reading dito, ano dapat ang reading dito sa kabila?
20 po.
This must be 20 volts. So, nakukuha ang principle. Nung hinati ko ang voltage source, nalaman ko na 30 itong isa. Therefore, dapat yung kabila ay 20 volts. Because the total voltage across the circuit is just the summation of all the individual voltage drops across each resistor. Nakuha? Questions? Okay. So, itong isa, same lang din, tama? Same values. Nag-iba lang na dito. Nag-iba lang ng presentation, pero same configuration. It is also connected in series. Tama po? Same din ang values. Kinuha lang din is across 6 ohms. So, this is V2. If you're going to solve for V2, again, ang sa taas ay R2 over R1 plus R2 times VT. So, same lang din. Ano? 6 over 4 plus 6 times 50. This is also 30 volts. Nasundan ba? Questions? Walang questions? Hindi po lang questions, proceed tayo sa next example. Babasa po ako ng next example. Engineer Louie.
Two resistors are connected in series across a 24-volt supply and a current of 3 amperes flows in the circuit. If one of the resistors has a resistance of 2 ohms, determine the value of the other resistor, the PDS across the R1 and the R2.
Okay, thank you. So we are given two resistors connected in series daw. Binigyan value ng isa, 2 ohms. Tinatanong ngayon is the value of Rx. Binigyan ka din ng voltage source, which is 24 volts, and a current of 3 amperes. Now, paano natin masosolve si Rx? Anong una natin kailangan kunin? Diba, theoretically, to solve for Rx, we must need the values of V2 over I2. Tama? Okay. Sir, may V2 ba tayo? Wala tayong V2. May I2 ba tayo? Meron ba tayong I2? Ano po ang ating I2?
3 amperes.
Okay. So our total current is equal to I1 also equal to I2. Okay. Wala nga ang V2. So paano natin kukuhanin ang V2? Paano ito natin makukuha ang V2? We need to solve first for what? We need to solve first for ano dapat natin unahin? Para lang tayo nagbubuo ng puzzle. Ano? So, may mga nawawalang part, kailangan mo na may
V1.
unahin.
V2 po.
Solve for?
V1 po.
Yan. Solve for V1 muna tayo. Ano? Solving for V1. To solve for V1, ano mga kailanganin natin? Ano mga kailanganin natin? I1 times R1. Tama po? Okay, ano pong I1 natin? This is 3 amperes. What is our R1? This is 2 ohms. Therefore, V1 is equal to what? 6 volts. Now, kung 6 volts ang V1, we can solve now for V2. We're solving for V2. Ano pong value ng V2 natin? Ano po ang value ng V2?
$18.
18.
Okay, 18. Saan po yun ang galing? Galing lamang sa VT minus V1. Okay? Ano agad ang VT natin? That is 24 volts minus V1, which is 6 volts. So, V2 mo is 18 volts. Makukuha na ba si Rx? Okay. So, V2 mo is 18 volts. I2 mo is 3 amperes. Therefore, Rx is what? Rx is
6 po.
6 volts. 6 volts.
Ohms po.
6 ohms. Okay. Nasundan? Ang tanong pala sa BI, potential differences across R1 and R2 ay nasolve na natin. Hindi tapos ang ating problema. Kaya maganda yung ina-analyze muna. Ano, para isang bira, kuha agad ang tatlong sagot. Nakuha? Nakuha po. Therefore, ano ating total resistance? Kung ito ay ilan to? 6 ohms. Ilan po ang total resistance? This is
8 po.
This is 8 ohms. Okay, kung kukunin natin ang VT, dapat ay IT, RT. Ano yung VT natin? 24 volts. Anong IT natin? 3 amperes. Ano ang ating resistance? 8 ohms. 24 volts is equal to 3 times 8 ay 24 volts. So, tama ang ating sagot. Ano? Nakita? Kung saan man dumaan, iisa ang lalabasan. Okay? Questions? Sir, ang basic naman, ang basic EE. Grabe naman yan. Wala ba yung i-upgrade? Di ba yung basic naman talaga? Nahihirapan ba kayo so far? Paisip ko ba ano? Di ba yung madali pa lamang? Basic pa lamang. Lamang, pa lamang. So, ganda-ganda dyan, mas basic. Ano? Mas basic yun. Questions? Walang questions? If walang questions, proceed tayo sa next slide. Anong tanong? Okay. Kayo nga ang mag-solve nito. Application ng ating previous discussions. Same lamang naman yan, ano? Same figure, same values. Nakuha mo na ang values sa application. Kayo nga ang mag-solve. I'll be giving you 5 minutes to solve. So, 443. Dapat may sagot na. Ano? So, mabilis lang yan. Wala pang 3 minutes kayo yung sagutan. Okay, pasagot ako and then pa-picture, pa-send sa GC kung sino ang mauna. Siya ang magpe-present. Siya ang entitled for recitation. Okay? Balik ako ng 443.